everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over some Marvel Legends from the Across the Spider-Verse movie, The Spot and Spider-Man 2099, as well as reviewing and ranking the rest of the figures from the film. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Let's see if we can spot the Spot. The Spot has a very angular chin. It looks really cool, very scary, almost like Ghostface in a way. I'm getting those vibes. It's very skull-like, this head. Really nicely done, and the hole in the center is a really creepy touch. I love the strange, creepy contrast between his body and his limbs. The body is really short and squat. He has a little butt over here, and it looks great. The limbs, however, are really spindly and long. They're kind of wonderful. I like how they look. I'm just worried about the articulation eventually. They look great with all the spots on them. Even if it's a bit plain, it looks wonderful. As far as accessories goes, he comes with these two hands, one more splayed out and the other a little bit more inward. They look nice. This could be holding something, probably like a small pamphlet or whatever. I love this kind of hand though, and the fingers are kind of squared off. Really nice. He also comes with two fists for punching Spider-Man. You get a swivel over here and then a back and then a forward. Looking great. I do like how this works. However, it's a little bit gummy in the plastic over here. That's a shame. He comes with a flight stand that works pretty well, although what does it hold? You can place these Spider-Man Spot portal pieces on there that look great. Miles is really struggling fighting him. I wish they were a little more strange and oblong, but for what we have, it's alright, I guess. My biggest complaint, though, is that these aren't really that to scale. I think the head is a little bit bigger and differently colored on Spider-Man, and the hands are bigger on these Spot pieces as well, as opposed to this Spider-Man. So just be aware, it isn't that accurate, but it's nice to get nonetheless. As far as articulation goes for the Spot, the head can go left and then right and then back and then forward. I don't know why it's not on a ball-to-ball joint. That's a shame. Get some swivel over here and a tiny bit of pivot. Also get up pretty far. I didn't really dig it into the ball over here. That's a shame. Going down over here, it doesn't really scratch. Go around this far and then swivel over here. It's kind of gummy and sticky. Goes up this far over here really nicely and down. You get a swivel and then a hinge for this hand, and a swivel and then a hinge for this hand. Again, it's really gummy plastic. You get a swivel over here, then back this far with a hole over here, forward this far with a hole over here. That's a shame. You get splits this far out and in, up this far, pretty nice, and back pretty okay. You do get double back with the knees. They are hard to move, as is somewhat brand new, but it's really nice and contoury and works well for this figure. You get a swivel over here, no swivel down here, down, and then up, and then pivot, and two peg holes at the tops of the feet. Interesting. Yeah, it's a nice figure. I like how he looks. He's better probably in posing than in articulation, and he does look nice, but I wish he could come with a little bit more. And finally, let's take a look at Spider-Man 2099. I do wish this is a better card back, but yay Target, I guess. And here's the back of the box for all the figures. I did not get the Jessica Drew or Peter B. Parker. I didn't really want them. I wasn't really interested in them that much, but the rest I was. It's a nice box, and I'm probably keeping this Spot one. Spider-Man 2099's head has a really vibrant blue to it, as well as a sort of pinkish red. It's really interesting. I like how it looks. The head sculpt is very accurate to the movie, and I love how these look very well done. The body is very muscular and bulky, tapering down to a small waist. The arms are pretty bulky as well and look really nice. I love this over here. It's pretty cool, leading all the way to the back. I guess interesting for this figure. There is some issues with the paint though on these, so just be careful, I guess. But it looks nice for this sort of skull motif spider thing. That's really great. And the cape looks awesome too, with this wonderful gradient fade. This is kind of weird though. They could have fixed that, but it looks great otherwise, with a little spider emblem, I think, on the back. That's pretty cool. Good body. The legs are sadly kind of boring. We have this sort of like V over here going down each leg and nothing on the back, and the feet look pretty fine, I guess. They're just alright legs. As far as accessories goes, he comes with two fists. You could swivel and then hinge back, hinge forward pretty well. It's still a little bit gummy though. I like the red on the inside. The red on the outside is painted okay. Yeah, it's alright. He also comes with gripping hands. Strangely enough, I wish these were claws. Why are they not claws? Anyways, the paint's better on here than on here. Like before, you get a swivel and you get a hinge up and down. These are just bland, I guess. I wish we had claws. As far as articulation goes for Spider-Man 2099, the head can go back this far and forward this far and all the way around. It's on a double ball joint, interestingly enough. Swivel over here and some really nice pivot too. Go up this far and down all the way around. You do get a swivel up here and a double jointed elbow right here, working pretty okay. This cape isn't removable, sadly. That's kind of a shame. You do get back this far with it and it works really well contouring, and forward this far works alright, but this doesn't carry. Why does it not carry through? Every other Spider-Man carries through, but this one doesn't. Shame on you, Hasbro. This swivel over here for the waist. Also get out this far, in, and up this far, back pretty okay. Double jointed knee, it's alright, I would guess. guess. You just swivel up here, no, swivel down, up, and pivot. 2 pegos, the bottoms of the feet. Yeah, it's an alright figure, but sort of, marred by some weird articulation choices, sculpting choices, and accessory choices. Not my favorite. I didn't expect him to be. He's just okay, I guess. And all these figures could have used a spare head. Yeah, I'm saying that. For height comparisons in scale, Spot stands at about 6¼ inches tall, with Miguel being at about 6½ inches tall. And here they are compared to Miles, and they look great together in scale. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. I can't decide which is faster to get to my 1300s artillery exhibit. Do I use your portal, Spot, or do I use your time machine, Miguel? Let me think, guys, how to get to this canon event. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Before we get to the top 10, an honorable mention goes to the Spider-Verse 2-pack with Miles and Gwen. I love how Gwen works as a comic book character, and Miles works as a pretty good version of his suit from the end of the first movie. They're nice, but don't really fit in with the rest. Number 10 is Spider-Gwen from the first movie. She doesn't have the right aesthetic, I don't think, for the figure. It's alright at best, but really, the newer one shines brighter. Number 9 is Miguel. I find him to be an alright figure as far as sculpt, but the paint is okay, and the accessories are worse, I believe. He could use an extra head, some clawed hands instead of those gripping hands, and he'd be a much better figure and higher on the list. Number 8 is Peter B. Parker. He's an alright figure with some really nice sculpting. He's middle of the road for me, and he could be better by including a spider mask head and some better accessories, but that soda cup is excellent. Number 7 is Across the Spider-Verse Miles Morales. He looks really great. I love his spindliness, but that kind of contributes to some articulation issues, and I do find that his head sculpt, when unmasked, isn't that great. He could use some more hands, and that's a shame. Number 6 is Across the Spider-Verse Spider-Gwen. I love how they updated the sculpt from the previous figure. She could use more hands, though, and a better head sculpt, but luckily some kit bashing works well. I do like the alternate head sculpt. It's really great and much better than the previous. Number 5 is Jacketed Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse, a really wonderful figure with some great accessories, and I just love the look for him. It's incredibly unique. Very well done for a figure, and that unmasked head sculpt is wonderful. Number 4 is the Spot. Yes, I know I gave him some bad cred earlier, but I do love the new sculpts. It's a shame he doesn't come with some better accessories, at least, but I like what they tried. They did a good effort. This is a really nice figure that I hope gets a redo in the next movie. Number 3 is Spider-Man Noir. I really love how he looks. He is excellent. He comes with a spider ham that looks awesome. I didn't review them because they're basically just pack-ins, but they're pretty good figures at least. Spider-Man Noir is wonderful though and deserves all the praise he gets. Shame about that gun, but what can you do? This guy's excellent though. Number 2 is the Prowler. I really love how he looks. He is really spot on to the movie, and he was a great character in that film. The suitcase he comes with is great, and I even got multiples of him just so I could have that suitcase. Excellent figure that looks wonderful and basically from the movie. Top notch. And number 1 is Spider-Punk, an excellent figure that translates perfectly and beautifully from screen to figure. This one's excellent, has a lot of great tempo and deco and art put on him. The only thing that can make him better is an unmasked head, but that's fine, I guess. This is an amazing figure, and I hope they use this as a template moving forward. Overall, both Spider-Verse movies are fantastic films. I really love the figures that came from them, and I really hope we can get more in the future. The Spot is a really great figure. I've been waiting for a version of him for a while, and this one does not disappoint. Sure, he could use a few more accessories here and there, but this one is really nice with some good articulation. Miguel is a real step down for the line though. I do like how he looks. He's sculpted great, painted pretty well. The articulation suffers a lot though, and the accessories are kind of crummy for him. He really needs those claws. I do appreciate what they did, but they didn't do well enough for him. I'm sorry. As for the rest of the line in the Spider-Verse movies, I do find that exclusives do way better, at least, than regular figures, but even the regular figures shine really well. It all depends who they want to put the effort into and probably have really good photos of from the film. I hope that they can surpass these figures in the next Spider-Verse wave come next year, but make no mistake, why go into the Spider-Verse when you can go across and beyond? So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned.